Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession. Bachelor of Business Administration degree from the Henry B. Tippie College of Business have gathered to celebrate commencement. All are in their places. These proceedings are hereby called to order. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Henry B. Tippie College of Business and Professor of Marketing, Dr. Sarah Fisher-Gardiel.
What a beautiful afternoon for a graduation. Absolutely. Thank you all for being here. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Tippie College of Business and the University of Iowa, I welcome you all. Graduating seniors, your family members, parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and faculty and staff of the college, to this commencement. All of us are proud of our university, our college, and especially today, of our graduates. This commencement allows us to honor their accomplishments. They come together to celebrate and reflect on an important milestone in their lives and the completion of their undergraduate degree. Today, many emotions fill this auditorium. For our graduates, these emotions probably range from excitement and anticipation to uncertainty and apprehension about the future. For parents and spouses, the range of emotion probably includes pride, certainty, and in some cases, I suspect, a profound sense of financial relief. Before proceeding any further, I would like to introduce the faculty and invited guests joining us today to honor our graduates. Please stand as I introduce you. I will begin with Dr. Sally Mason, the 20th president of the University of Iowa and professor of biology in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Hannah Walsh, the student member of the Iowa Board of Regents. Lon Moeller, Associate Dean of the Undergraduate Program and Clinical Professor of Management and Organizations. William Hedgecock, Assistant Professor of Marketing and the Daniel E. McLean Research Fellow. Leonard Hadley, retired Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Maytag Corporation. Dan Reed, Vice President of Research and Economic Development for the university. John Keller, Associate Provost for the Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate College. Kurt Onstreicher, is our Senior Associate Dean and Professor of Management Sciences, Jay Christensen Zelansky, Professor of Management and Organizations, Wei Li, Assistant Professor of Finance, Gautam Pant, Associate Professor of Management Science, Joyce Berg, Professor of Accounting and the Pioneer Hybrid Research Fellow. Tippie faculty and staff are also serving us as marshals today, and I would like to thank Richard McCarty, lecturer. Are you standing, Richard? There you go. Yiming Jian, Associate Professor of the Department of Finance. Thomas Walsh, lecturer in the Department of Marketing. And Michael Colbert, Adjunct Lecturer in the Department of Management Sciences. Thank you all for joining us today. I would also like to give special thanks and recognition to the members of the Iowa Brass Collective who are with us today. On horn, James Nagus. On trombone, Dr. Jonathan Allen. On tuba, Blaine Cunningham. And on trumpets, Dr. Brian Umla and Stephen Wheeler. And finally, all of these proceedings will be interpreted by Scotty Van Isingem. In 2006, the faculty of the University of Iowa voted to begin conferring honorary degrees upon individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary and sustained achievements in research, scholarship, education, artistic creation, social activism, human rights, humanitarian outreach, or other endeavors consistent with the values of the University of Iowa. Would Len Hadley please rise and come forward? Len Hadley is the retired Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Maytag Corporation, headquartered in Newton, Iowa. He was a member of the firm's board of directors from 1985 to 1999, and he returned to Maytag as President and CEO from November of 2000 to June of 2001. Born in Earlham, Iowa, Hadley received his BSc degree in accounting from the University of Iowa in 1958, after which he studied law for a year. Prior to enrolling in Iowa, Hadley attended Drake University and served in the Army Signal Corps. He joined Maytag as a cost accountant in 1959 and held a number of financial positions before becoming the assistant controller in 1975. He was named the Vice President of Corporate Planning in 1979 and President of the Maytag Company in 1986. He was promoted to Executive Vice President and was named Chief Operating Officer in February of 1991 and CEO in April of 1992. He assumed the additional role of Chairman in December of 1992. He has served as director for numerous companies, including Deere & Company, Snap-on Inc., H-Power, and the Norwest Bank of Iowa. He is a member of the University of Iowa Foundation Board of Directors, the University of Iowa President's Club. He has received the University of Iowa Distinguished Alumni Achievement Award in 1995, the Department of Accounting Distinguished Alumni Award, and the Tippie College's Oscar C. Schmidt Leadership Award in 1996. He was elected to the Iowa Business Hall of Fame in 1998. What I would also like to say, in addition to his professional and corporate accomplishments, is that this is a man who has been extraordinary in his support and continued participation in the life of this campus and the life of the college. For you seniors out there, he is a model of what it means to be an engaged alum. He has continued to support us with his wisdom, his experience, his time, his treasure, and his talents. And we owe him a great deal, both at the campus level and in the Tippie College of Business in particular. I'm very proud to have him as a member of our advisory board. I would now ask John Keller, Provost for Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate College, to come forward for the conferral of this degree.
President Mason, Mr. Len Hadley is recommended to you by the Honorary Degree Selection Committee to receive the Honorary Doctorate of Human Letters, and the Graduate College is honored to present this recommendation to you for conferral of this degree.
Thank you, Dean Keller. On recommendation of the Honorary Degree Selection Committee, I confer on Len Hadley the Honorary Degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Congratulations.
This is such an honor. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you graduates on what you have achieved. When I sat in your chair in the old field house in 1958, I did not appreciate what my UI business degree would mean. I bought this ring to commemorate. Good thing I didn't buy a belt. You have the basic tools to compete in any workplace, anywhere. You should never apologize for graduating from the University of Iowa. Be proud. Knowledgeable employers everywhere treasure the Midwest work ethic because there is real substance to it. Some here may be numbers nerds. Old accountants are suspicious of that. It's fine, as numbers are invaluable to business. They can quantify and identify problems and opportunities. I was once told an accountant is just an engineer without any mechanical aptitude. I found it largely true. Now, in the business place, while your analysis is critical, the money is in your ideas. Written and oral communication skills, depending on your niche, may be or may become more important than your numbers analysis. You have to clearly identify and present your ideas. Several historical figures can be modeled as great communicators, including Abraham Lincoln, the two Roosevelts, Jack Kennedy, Ronald Reagan, all maximized the techniques available in their time, but none had the internet. You have new challenges. One of those is not pushing send until you've given careful thought. Be aware that deleted emails can be a plaintiff lawyer's playground. I hope your major is truly your passion, or at least leads you to it. If you decide that's not what motivates you, change. Get another job, go to a different industry, a different location, broaden your education further, and do it before you're 30. Marriage, family, mortgages, seniority can all at some point or other become like boat anchors. Move on. Beyond the inventory of electronic toys that are so much a part of your generation, there is one gadget that I think maybe most guarantees your success. It's called an alarm clock. You need the discipline of getting out of bed every morning and pursuing your passion with all the energy and all of the ability that you're blessed with. Take care of your health. If you're 40 and you've lost it, you're old. If you're 60 and you haven't, you're not. As best I can tell from long associations, the only common denominator all CEOs share is good health. The biggest challenge I faced over 40 years was the constantly increasing rate of change, speed, new challenges, shorter product life cycles, new competitors, globalization, and a major enabler, of course, technology. Jet engines and computer chips have truly changed the world. When I entered the workplace, all the management team then were World War II veterans. Command and control, know when and who to salute. That's how things were done. Turf was king, and it worked well for a time as the U.S. and the world rebuilt from the two greatest disasters of the 20th century, the 1930s Great Depression and World War II. This created the information silos that I grew up with. You have been educated in a better way. Your study and project assignments reflect the team approach with all the benefits that you already know. Just a tip, when you become a team leader or a traditional organization chart boss at some level, check your ego at the door and surround yourself with people smarter than you are. When I reached an aha moment on this, I had 15 years of accounting experience. And then I was asked to go supervise the IT department and some other areas as well. And I suddenly realized that I had gone from occasionally being the smartest guy in the room to the dumbest. I worked another 25 years and I never recovered. Every employee that I had knew more about their job than I did. How did I cope? Well, I had to relearn how to listen, to synthesize thoughts from around the table, how to frame those thoughts into action, and most importantly, to give credit to who advanced the thought, and then move to execution of the needed action. When I became CEO, I encouraged all to bring me projects I can approve. Nothing raises morale more than having a staffer go back to his or her area and say, he bought it, all of it. For all the tools at your disposal and with your educational signaling above average intellect, your success is still not guaranteed. Years ago, this 4-year-old pilfered a piece of cake Mother had baked for the church dinner. I obviously tried to cover myself. My older brother and sister were not available to share the blame. My Quaker mother simply said, "Leonard, if you always tell the truth, you do not have to remember what you said yesterday." I had no idea what a gift that advice was, what a sound moral compass it was. Business scandals have a misguided hall of shame. Recent ones including Jeff Skilling with Enron, Bernie Madoff, now some engineers and or cost accountants at General Motors. Examine your moral compass. Do not compromise right and wrong. And you will encounter situations where right and wrong is not clear. It can be hard to distinguish. I'm not talking about wrong business decisions, but rather wrong ethical decisions. Because an MBA program was not yet available when I was here, I took a year of law school. And the most valuable takeaway from that year was, in sticky situations, don't make your mind up too quickly. There is another point of view. I'll share a painful anecdote from my business experience. In 1986, Maytag acquired the leading can and bottled beverage machine manufacturer in the United States. The largest model, when loaded with product, weighed about 800 pounds. In warmer climates, they were frequently located outside the service station, where they could be accessed 24/7. Maytag had sold the product to a network of distributors. Legal title had passed. The distributors created a route system where they stocked the machines and emptied the cash box of the quarters. The service stations provided the space, the electric power, and received a cut from the distributors. Well, one night, an athletic teenager gripped the top of the door, put his feet about halfway up the machine, and began rocking it, trying to shake out the quarters. He rocked it so hard the machine fell over on him, and he was severely injured with a broken back. Fault? Harm? Right? Wrong? Adding to the fact basis, the plaintiff lawyer determined that the concrete sidewalk where it was located was not absolutely level. Who's to blame? The manufacturer, we made the machine. The distributor, they placed the machine. The service station, they provided the space. The contractor who poured the sidewalk. The victim who pulled the machine over. All these years later, I still don't know. I do know Maytag had the deepest pockets, and we paid a hurting family substantial dollars for personal injury to their son. I think a trial may have concluded we did not have a legal duty to pay, but we felt we had a moral duty. Our appliances used electricity and water or gas. We made millions of units. Malfunctions occur. Fires happen. Sometimes there is personal injury. When that happens, it can be distressing for customers, for employees, for dealers, and for the lonely repairman. Paying $10 million out the door in a single incident has happened, but it's much easier to sign off when, as was in the case of most of our experiences, I could say to staff, it's only money. No one was hurt. It's only money. So, as you pack up and move on with your careers, I wish you the best of luck, and don't forget to pack your moral compass. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hadley, for your inspiring and thoughtful remarks. The business world expects great things from Tippie students and graduates, and from what I know of them, they have what it takes to meet and exceed those expectations. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's student speaker, Carly Kerndt. Carly is from Glenview, Illinois, and is receiving a degree in finance and marketing. During her 4 years at the University of Iowa, Carly has held 3 executive board positions in the Alpha Kappa Psi business fraternity and is extremely involved with Dance Marathon, where she has held 3 leadership positions and also ran the Chicago Marathon to support this cause. She spent 2 semesters abroad, one in Thailand and another in Italy. Carly has also completed internships in London and Los Angeles in the marketing and events industry. After graduation, Carly will be working as a guerrilla marketing specialist for Jimmy John's. That sounds cool. Carly is joined today by her brother, sister, parents, and her fellow Dance Marathon morale captains. Would you please welcome Carly Kerndt?
Thank you, Dean Moeller, for that kind introduction. Good evening, Vice President Reed, Dean Gardial, and university faculty and staff. On behalf of the graduating class, I want to thank all the proud parents, family members, and friends who are here to support us today. At the 2014 Oscars, Ellen DeGeneres took one of the most epic selfies to date. I would like to rival that by taking one with the 2014 Tippie graduating class. So I will begin my speech in a minute, but first, let me take a selfie. As someone who needed all 4 years to get college figured out, someone who begged her mom to let her transfer out her first semester, and someone who can't get through a speech without telling a joke, I am probably the last person many of you expected to see up here, delivering a speech congratulating you on earning your college diploma. However, reflecting on these struggles is what inspired me to want to speak at commencement, to reflect on the hours sitting at the computers in the ITC, collaborating on group projects, and to appreciate the Tippie family we found along the way. As I sat down at my computer to begin channeling my ideas, I followed the same steps I had taken to write every speech and paper during the past 4 years. Open Microsoft Word, type my name into the upper right-hand corner, and then browse Facebook and Twitter for the next 5 hours while listening to Miley Cyrus and eating Jimmy John's. Yet, for the first time, hours spent on Facebook helped my writing process. Scrolling through all 3,000 tagged pictures, I witnessed my transformation from the awkward freshman with no real sense of style to a mature graduating senior with no real sense of style. I saw photos of the lofted beds in Burge Residence Hall and my initiation into the Alpha Kappa Psi business fraternity. I saw photos of myself holding a map and carrying an overstuffed backpack as I made my way through study abroad in Europe and Southeast Asia. Studying abroad in Salaya, Thailand, taught me the most because I learned to take risks. I had to rely on the kindness and generosity of strangers every day. It was here that I learned to challenge myself and to step outside my comfort zone, to ride elephants, climb up waterfalls, and pet tigers. Thailand is referred to as the land of smiles, a fitting name as I smiled, laughed, and explored my way through this beautiful country. Yet I was thrilled to return to Iowa, a place most Americans I met abroad merely referred to as the cold one with the corn. Yes, we do have a lot of corn. And yes, it was really cold this winter. However, to me, Iowa City's University of Iowa is America's land of smiles. Tippie students hold down-to-earth, friendly Midwest values that will connect us to Iowa even as we leave it. Now that today is our last day as Tippie undergrads, our goals will transition from passing financial accounting to being successful in life. A Ralph Waldo Emerson poem I learned while participating in a leadership program in Italy with other Tippie students defines for me what it means to be truly successful. To laugh often and love much. To win the respect of intelligent persons and the affection of children. To earn the approbation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends. To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself. To leave the world a bit better, whether by a happy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exaltation. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. To laugh often and love much. In Iowa City, high-fiving strangers and yelling, "Go Hawks," is standard on game days, and spreading love and laughter happens daily. To win the affection of children. The University of Iowa is home to the most influential college organization in the Midwest, Dance Marathon, a dedicated team of over 2,000 fighting for children battling cancer. To earn the approbation of honest critics. The Henry B. Tippie professors are our finest critics, professors who are eager to help us learn, grow, and achieve. To endure the betrayal of false friends. To put it simply, we endure this betrayal by still respecting those who root for Iowa State. To appreciate beauty, to find the best in others. We appreciate the beauty of Pat's Diner Pizza at 11 a.m. and find the best in each group member we have worked with. To leave the world a bit better. We are improving the world through service, whether it be Tippie Build, the 10,000 Hour Show, or other countless events done through student organizations. To have sung with exaltation. We sing with exaltation every game day when we hear that initial beat of Back in Black. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. The Tippie College of Business has taught us how to use our skills and has shown us how to positively impact the world around us. When I look back at my collegiate career, I know I did it right. I know we all did it right because we are honored to be able to call ourselves Hawkeyes, and in a few minutes, graduates of the Tippie College of Business. We have grown to call this place our home, and we will always remember the people who have shaped this corn-fed frozen tundra into our land of smiles. So, class of 2014, as we leave Tippie and begin the next stage of our lives, it is our duty to create our own land of smiles and to make life better, for this is to have succeeded. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly. At this time, we would like to recognize those students graduating with honors and academic distinction. Each year, Delta Sigma Pi awards the scholarship key to the graduating senior with the highest grade point average. This year's award is presented to Catherine Grimmer, who is receiving her BBA in accounting. Is Catherine here? I see her seat. So I'd like a round of applause for Catherine, and I've got her key. The Tippie College of Business awards degrees with highest distinction to students in the highest 2% of the graduating class, with high distinction to students in the next 3%, and with distinction to students in the next highest 5%. Distinction is designated by gold stars worn on the left sleeve. 3 stars indicate graduation with highest distinction, 2 with high distinction, and 1 with distinction. As I call each group of students, please rise to be recognized. Audience, I ask that you hold your applause until all the students graduating with distinction have been recognized. Will those graduating with highest distinction please stand? Will those graduating with high distinction please stand? And will those graduating with distinction please stand? Please join me in congratulating these students. They will also be recognized individually during the presentation of the graduates. Membership in Beta Gamma Sigma is the highest recognition a business student can earn. To be eligible for membership, students' individual academic record must place them in the upper 10% of the junior class or in the upper 10% of the senior class. Students graduating as members of Beta Gamma Sigma wear royal blue and gold cordons draped over their shoulders. Would the students graduating as members of Beta Gamma Sigma please stand? Congratulations. We would also like to recognize students who are graduating in the Tippie College of Business Honors Program. This program provides an opportunity for outstanding students to do independent research in business and to work closely with one or more faculty members. Each of the students graduating with honors has maintained a 3.5 grade point average and written a thesis relevant to their academic interest or major. Students graduating with honors wear white cordons draped over their shoulders and will be recognized during the presentation of the graduates.
Here we go. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration please rise? That's you. Vice President Reed, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and are recommended to you by the faculty of the Henry B. Tippie College of Business for the conferring of this degree.
On recommendation of the faculty of the Henry B. Tippie College of Business and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, the state of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree Bachelor of Business Administration as qualified and designated.
Will the graduates please be seated? Lon Moeller, the Associate Dean of the Undergraduate Program and Professor of Management and Organizations, and Joyce Berg, Professor of Accounting, will now recognize the graduates individually. Will the marshals please begin leading the graduates forward to be recognized?
Ashley Cicero.
Nicholas McClelland.
Taylor Boland.
Alex Russo.
Allison Dunn.
Eric Lemon.
Jillian Borgelli with distinction.
Sarah Massey.
Maggie Dreyer.
Kristen Rohr.
Nicholas Baranti.
Megan Moran, with honors in Business Administration and University honors.
Jennifer Frake.
Deepika Metha, with high distinction.
Mallory Brandt.
Michael Lang.
Karina Daycreif.
Jared Musel.
Luke Denlinger.
Matthew James O'Keefe.
Derek Brenner.
Troy Mertens.
Carly Kerndt.
Stephanie Verbeck.
Mia Brunelli.
Jacob Ostrom.
Christopher Dixon.
Scott Russell.
Is it Bowie? Bowie. Ryan Bowie.
Robert Mungie.
Is it Katina? Ross Katina.
Brendan O'Donnell.
Andrew Eck.
Jingden Lin.
Sachet Chitratkar.
Zihao Quinn.
Megan Barney.
Connor Malloy.
Jean Dung.
Kelly Quaid.
Jifei Dung.
Nate Rideout.
Yi Chun.
Gina Melchiori.
Casey Klingon.
Nicole McDowell.
Catherine Baldwin.
Kyle Rebecchini.
Jordan Carr.
Jacob Reed.
Joel DeCamp.
Jingjing Lee.
Andrew Carmen.
Xiang Li.
Alexandra Caldwell.
Allison Mark.
Jared Decker.
Nicholas Meyer.
Tyler Culver.
Lucas Passo.
Was it? Dazarevich. Elvis Dazarevich.
Eric Meyer with distinction and with honors in business administration.
Thomas Doherty.
Casey Miller.
Alexander Ashmore.
Kaylee Norton with high distinction.
Nicole K. Crozier.
Con David Tan Lam Lu with university honors.
Nicholas Joseph Cranny.
Jennifer Moy.
Joby Fry.
Danielle Naselli.
Jacob Clancy.
Brittany Nicole Migats.
Brianna Cron.
Donna Smith.
Ellison Cox.
Barbara Runo.
Stephanie Farina.
Blake McClenahan with high distinction.
Nicholas Clemens.
Ryan Lip.
Is it Failer? Andrew M. Failer.
Alex Pardini.
Claire Beta.
Zachary Norgard.
Nick Alexander.
Ann Wanner.
Is it Kruger? David Kruger.
Abigail Edwards.
Ryan Crabtree.
Hunter Watson.
Dalton Friedhoff.
Charlie Mahoney.
Andrew Deasy.
John Chrismarek.
Jintan Bai.
Cameron Gray.
Jia Peng Chun.
Corey Edward Noel.
Zhao Young Dai.
Chris Rusky.
Connor Ducharme.
Brad Bleeker.
Arabella Franz Solm.
Bobby Rich.
Jonathan Koth.
E. Wren.
Catherine Ethington.
Nicolette Lindberg.
Brandy Brown.
Yang Liu.
Manuel Belzer.
Shu Peng.
Scott Alzheimer.
Jindong Peng.
Matthew Chinander.
Hualin Liu.
Shinrun Chun.
Xin Li.
Chung Chung.
Pengfei Liu.
Kristen Danik.
Jihong Liu.
Megan Derner.
Xiaoyi Li.
Megan Ackerman.
Sishis Li.
Matthew Ebert.
Mengchen Liu.
Sarah Aries with distinction.
Chen Li,
Mila Brassert,
Sarah Noser,
Matthew Anderson,
Haley Lauer,
Peyton Blake,
Tatum Miller,
Shane Forker,
Si Lee,
Sean Forker,
Ashley Poulter,
Michael Shaw,
Kristen Munce,
Peter Kokos,
Yuki Matsuyama,
Jeremiah Hagan,
Taylor Severson,
Joe Schaefer,
Lauren Gillick,
Karen Genson with high distinction,
Kelly Linding,
Catherine Grimmer with highest distinction,
Lauren Patno,
Desiree Flores,
Emma Ravenscroft,
Jennifer Koza,
Bryn Rustin,
Matthew Campbell,
Natalie Berger,
Jacob Butler,
Christine Kunzler,
Tristan Bloyer,
Lauren Peevler,
Charles Clark,
Elizabeth Karabetsos,
Mallory Brunk,
Jessica Miller,
Jake Borchert,
Stacy Pump,
Joseph Daniel,
Christine Murphy,
Stefan Latis,
Tyler Raymond,
Thomas Carroll,
Matt Lintner,
Cameron Fahey,
David Mulick,
Ryan Johnson,
Kyle Wargalet,
Lauren Panella,
Samuel Wellen,
Aaron Ketterer,
Jeff Rogers,
Amanda Finucane with highest distinction and university honors,
Brian Siders,
Caitlin Finucane with high distinction,
Ryan Lloyd Mabbitt,
Kristen Bailey,
Bailey Lepp,
Nicholas Brand,
John Menken,
Carlin Bradarich,
Cooper Travis,
Christina Cairo.
Ali Ojikutu,
Is it Ruddy? Caitlin Ruddy.
Emily Palmer,
DeVivo? Stephanie DeVivo.
Ashley Marie Weldon,
Sydney Heim.
Mallory Litzo,
Christina Fachaki.
Paige Partridge,
Joseph Berman with highest distinction.
Allison McNamara,
Nicholas Nemick.
Jennifer Morgan,
Jillian Brooks.
Carter Lentz,
Gregory Branson.
Michael Purcell,
Benjamin Hagedorn.
Eric Rodebush,
Michael Bronson.
Caleb Roebuck,
Ryan Fortcamp.
Justin Presnowski,
Daniel Dorr.
Kelsey Mitchell,
Thomas Clark.
Jinhyung Lee,
Sean Fagan.
Anthony Merrill,
Grant Johnson.
Becca Otting,
Ethan Bortner.
Matthew Vogel,
Robert Forsland.
Brendan Lally.
Matthew Bettenhausen.
Austin Nemanis.
Patrick Axley.
Dominic Pacenti.
Taylor Arts.
Catherine Reynolds with distinction.
Tara Mills.
Paul Rodriguez.
David Adams.
Brian Gritzmacher.
Matthew Davidson.
Blake Anderson.
Kelsey Davis.
Sarah Love.
Olivia Canestra with distinction.
Marie Johnson with distinction.
Juliana Leonard.
Jarrett McGuigan.
Emily Olson with highest distinction.
Ding Lee with highest distinction.
Josephine Kurth.
Yinghan Lin.
Jessica Baxter.
Ben Felon.
Jillian Doherty.
Sean Monahan.
Sarah Dickman.
Benjamin Dixon.
Megan Zandy.
Tomas Kavanaugh.
Stubbits. Megan Stubbits.
Lee Nguyen.
Emily Casey with highest distinction.
John Schroeder.
Christopher Hill.
Jordan Mickle.
Stephanie Nelson.
Greg Ruckteschel.
Tyler Dixon.
Ahmad Shahir Al-Ludin.
Cole Anderson.
Stephanie Smith.
Garrett Hookham.
Jonathan Beaning.
Nick Brennan.
Sean McGowan.
Michelle McCracken.
Shutang Lin.
Skaran Kose with highest distinction and with university honors.
Walid Matar.
Li Xiao Gi with university honors.
Seamus Madonna.
Xiao Ning Fan.
Colin McDonald.
Yi Kun Chun.
Shasha Liu.
Yu Chu Chun.
Junyi Ma.
Sean Danielson. Watch out for that step.
Safen Lee.
Nick Wiseman.
Seth Pauls.
Stacy Aronson.
Jing Meng.
Jordan Hoffa.
Ian McKee.
Alyssa Pelfrain.
Alex May.
Michael Grebe.
Jacqueline Onestock.
Corey Cortez Collins.
Susan Billings with distinction.
Colleen Carney with highest distinction.
Scott Picone.
Kevin Alvarez.
Ryan Foley.
Wei Chun.
Mike Weaver with distinction.
Jessica Kettering.
Anthony Coglianis.
Nicholas Muntz with distinction.
Matthew Chandler.
Brooke Bach.
Gerald Studer.
Lance Beckman.
Ryan Johnson with distinction.
Tad Glasgow.
Tanner Hawks.
Jessica Jurdy.
Elvis Hoxna.
Carly Stike.
Michael Rogers.
Jamie Cullen.
Michael Renzi.
Jeffrey Formiller.
Oren Schwartz.
Brock Tracy.
Jason Schimmel.
Samantha Gorski.
Nicholas Steinberg.
What is that? Haydenberg. Mitchell Haydenberg.
Mark Wincheck.
Tyler Hendrickson.
Adam Stucraft.
Jordan Keeney.
Anthony Vandeloo.
Mason Garcia.
Peter Tatsuda.
Ross Dudak.
Krissa Toledo.
Elizabeth Kanoki.
Joseph Tangle.
Lakshmi Kantamnayi.
John Shoemake.
Brittany Hesse with University Honors.
Jacqueline Schmeiser.
Caitlin Huntsberger.
Nicola Schultes with distinction.
Lauren Hesselbeck.
Maria Strybos with high distinction.
Megan Klosterman.
Heather Smith.
Catherine Kemmer with high distinction.
Michelle Yawn.
Hangzha Huang.
Jingshang Song.
Wei Gu with high distinction.
Russell Sternsheen with high distinction.
Fei Hong Ha with distinction.
Austin Schutz.
Brendan Hardy.
Madeline Wiesen.
Anthony F. Harvillage. What's that?
Kaylee Whitrock.
Arnav Gill.
Andrew Schreiner.
Casey Crum.
Lisa Zatsiva with high distinction.
Alexis Kennan.
Austin Weisinger.
Maria Krejci.
Amanda York.
Megan Keating.
Madeline Zeke.
Riley Johnson.
Hannah Wilson with distinction.
Catherine Keppel.
Ryan Schwantz.
Caroline Kesey.
Bray Tobin with distinction.
Kristen Coder.
Maggie Walls.
Lincoln Gibbs.
Xing Zhang.
Nuri Kim.
Yiling Yun.
What's that? Katashina? Katashina Cutwin.
Xinmang Wang.
Is it Hada? Headed. Nicole Headed.
Xiaofan Zhuang.
Ryan Hernandez.
Zung Zhen.
Grant Hedinger.
Weya Sun.
Jess Herbold.
Shangyun Yu.
Elizabeth Haig.
Baoxing Sun with highest distinction.
Ryan Klatt.
Yanling Wang.
Garrett Johnson.
Yulu Zhang.
Sean Heffernan.
Xiaotang Zhang.
Austin Deutsch.
Lingxiao Yang.
Kayla Will.
Colton Smith.
Emily Havrin.
Nicholas Jacoby.
Olivia Kaplan.
Lauren Bennett.
Thomas Kelly.
Mackenzie Morris.
Michael Jeffries.
Brianna Wagner.
Neil Johnson.
Joseph Charles Stevens, Jr.
Stephen Kamayatek.
Stephen Ventre with distinction.
Aaron Gustafson.
Ilun Shang.
Lindsay Kent.
Renhua Xiao.
John Girl.
Wenshuan Shi.
Jeremy Jamnik.
Yuting Wang.
Lucas Hogate.
Xingyu Wang.
Margaret Graver.
Li Zhang.
Ryan Klingensmith.
Xian Zhang.
Kelly Pottle.
Weiqi Zhang.
Vishal Shah.
Hongrua Jin.
Jackson Yancey with distinction.
Han Wang.
Zachary Charles Johnson.
Rofan Tang.
Diana Lid.
Mike Schmidt.
Emily Van Doren.
Joseph Diana.
Jennifer Fautek.
Brian Quinn.
Alex Shue.
Adam Schwartz.
Kaylee Kervorst.
Brian Merriman.
Jonna Wilson.
Matthew Storm.
Michael Burge.
Andrew James.
Alex Golay.
Ryan Farrar.
Austin Harris.
Ed Ulrich.
Dane Hanson.
Quinn Anderson Rakana.
Bethany Kane.
Vincent Perry.
Michael Kaplan.
Scott Minier.
Marley Gauthier.
Scott Subak.
Christina Davis.
Jacob Vandenross.
Matthew Cullen.
Samuel Sybeck.
Eric Kroll.
Kimberly Scarborough.
Carly Holland with distinction and university honors.
Shanwei Xiang.
Cody Keel.
Yingze Zhu.
Susan Hodgkin with high distinction.
Shifan Yu.
Brandon Keel.
Cheng Sheng.
Lucas Felsch.
Haiyin Shin.
Ross Reed.
Yuru Yang.
Thomas Heinrich.
Michael Waldron.
Talia Kay.
Derek Seek.
Mallory Hines.
Charlotte Spellman with high distinction.
Michael Cardell.
Janelle Snyder.
Trevor Heidi.
Geraldine Westerkamp with distinction and with honors in management.
Stephen Gray.
Cole Smith with highest distinction and honors in business administration and university honors.
Breezy Dillard.
Chase Tomlins.
Dalton Kane.
Daniel Tomsha.
Samantha Kinsel.
Michael Swank.
Brianna Bame.
David Schelling.
Michael Odenweller,
Elizabeth J. Wiss.
Julia Maraniok,
Tony Walsh.
Brad Wilkinson,
Michael Tope.
Kristen McGovern,
Spencer Troe.
Morgan Elizabeth Bierman,
Drew Turner.
Daniel Deely,
Ross Williams.
Jared Cohen,
Monty Spears.
Shiming Gua,
Cody Stites.
Zheng Jia with high distinction,
Can Zhang.
Ting Ting Gua,
Lijuan Shi.
Jie Zheng Gua,
Yushuan Zhang.
Shifan Hu,
Heshuang Wang.
Yumeng Huang,
Pei Wang.
Jaru Han,
Megan Tice.
Nicholas Jewell,
Andrea Sive.
Ben Gordon,
Kelsey Sullivan.
Haida Goodenkoff,
Eric Derby.
Alexander Samir Jabber,
Allison Swanson.
Brian Keller,
Xiaoyi Wei.
Connor Schaller. Yeah, you're welcome.
Hui Hui Shu.
Degrees, man. Nathan Kibbe,
David LaFair.
Charles Knight,
Hayes Tigler.
Allison Jacobson,
Suyi Guan.
Haley Hirschberger with distinction,
Andrew Nieskern.
Yan Jung Kim,
Aaron Weston.
Zhao Ji,
Vida Sotakun.
Madison Green,
Min Young.
Kristen Hull,
Haoran Wang.
Brett Borgstrom,
Yin Wang.
Matthew J. Ohm,
Ling Ling Yang.
Patrick Stitch,
Dan Ward.
Ryan Manso,
Chris Wallace.
Nicholas Gavrilos,
Jacob Zunkel.
Fei Tan Guan,
Catherine Tan.
John Zhang,
Wan Xian Tan with high distinction.
Ju Kyung Lee,
Bernard Tan.
Hyungjin Kathy Hyo,
Ming Zhang.
Sewon Kevin Cho,
Shuiji Ying.
Sangwoo Lee,
Danyang Shi. Jiming Yuan. Ju Wang. Chao-Ting Zhou. Yu Zhu. Mengyang Song. Ru Ya. Chao Yu. Ting Wang. Yichen Wang. Can Zhang. Yibo Zhang.
Graduates, alumni, today marks a personal milestone in your lives. Since you arrived on campus, each of you has worked extremely hard toward a goal that you have reached today. Wearing your cap and gown, walking across the stage, and receiving your degree from the Tippie College of Business. As you made progress toward your degree each year, you faced challenges, you made discoveries about yourself and others, and you grew into leaders who will make a difference in the world. For those of you in the audience, we feel your pride in these individuals, but you also should be proud of all you have done to help them and support them as they have accomplished their goals. Your guidance, understanding, compassion, your faith in their abilities, and your love and support have all been critical to their success. For what you have done to help these graduates, we thank you. To today's graduates, I want to share just a few closing thoughts. As you graduate today, your mind is flooded with many images and memories and emotions. Yet, as you leave the Tippie College of Business, take with you all those powerful and positive attributes that a degree at the University of Iowa provides. The first is pride. I think Len Hadley said this. You have received a degree from one of America's leading universities. Your degree has not been given without careful consideration, and as you enter the workplace, you will discover that you have learned at Iowa an education that rivals and even exceeds what others have learned elsewhere. The second is a strong work ethic. There is no substitute for hard work. As Henry B. Tippie likes to tell us, Harold Geenen said, "In the business world, everyone is paid in two coins, cash and experience. Take the experience first, the cash will come later." Tippie students are known for their readiness to work hard, their willingness to meet challenges, and their ability to overcome adversity. I hear it from our employers all the time. As Tippie students, you have demonstrated this work ethic daily. As graduates, take this work ethic with you as you enter your next stage of life, because it will serve you very well. The final characteristic is compassion. Today, you may have reached the end of your academic journey, but eventually you will reach the end of your professional one. I know that sounds like a long time off right now. When your professional journey is done, remember that what really matters are the relationships that you have made, the people that you touch, and the lives that you affect. And I think our student speaker said that remarkably well. Remember those who helped you and influenced you and played a role in your success. Thank them often. We hope that in the years to come, you will remember fondly your time at the Tippie College and support this institution as generously as the alums who supported it that made the opportunity available to you. We are very proud of the Tippie class of 2014, and in addition to being academically talented, you have demonstrated leadership, community spirit, a global sensibility, and you are indeed ready to be successful citizens of the world. As you leave today, I encourage you to remember the words of Williams Jennings Bryan. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. This concludes today's commencement ceremony, and I ask that everyone remain seated for the recessional as the platform party exits first, followed by the graduates. Thank you. Good luck. God bless.